here to have a practice with you all starting at noon Pacific Standard Time. So if you're still getting settled, we got about 10 minutes before we start practice. If you're practicing this on a recording, you can move ahead about 10 minutes, and that's when the class will start. And you're always welcome if you have any questions as you're coming on live. You can use the live chat function in YouTube and you can put any questions. You could just say good morning or hello. It's nice to know who's here practicing, and it's nice to have everybody. And I offer you is I'm not streaming necessarily a playlist during this class, but you can always go on my Spotify account, Joe Komar, Komar, and you are welcome to choose any playlist that is labeled flow. You just want to select the type of class that it is, and you're welcome to stream with that music or your own music during practice if that's what you choose. On YouTube, there's no music, so you get the clear instruction of the class, and then those that want to add music, you have the ability to do that. Brad, good morning. Hey, Biz. Thank you. Thanks for being here. At least we figured out, no matter what's going on, I suppose, in the world thus far, as long as we have our health, of course, and we have our breath, we're able to continue practicing yoga. So I know that we had everybody come back to the studio this week. We've just had to cancel a couple classes. There's some new information that came out from the state yesterday. So I think when we get new information, this is a fluid situation that nobody's ever lived in before necessarily, that it's wise to take a brief pause and, kind of assess your situation, because, guidelines go out into the big picture, and then you need just a minute to translate all of that into what you're doing and what you're offering. So that's what we're doing, and our plan is to be back on with classes. If you're here in LA, tomorrow you'll see the classes on the schedule for next week as well. So if you ever have any questions and these things come up, just another mindful adjustment. So feel free to reach out anytime on email or on Instagram. Hi, Caddy. Good morning. Era, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Take it you guys can hear me okay. If you couldn't, you'd let me know on the live chat. So I think I've got everybody, or I think I've got everything set up on our side. Nayeli, good morning. Oh, thank you. You have a great class as well. And so, as we're kind of setting the foundation for the practice today, we are celebrating a holiday that is Juneteenth. And, when we talk about Juneteenth and what I've learned and what I've come to understand, there was the end of slavery, but, like anything, it's not a sharp line. I think we're learning a lot about that in our life right now. And so, people will still continue certain practices even once there's a line drawn. And so in Texas there was still slavery that was taking place for years, and today is the day where those people were set free. I mean, it's chilling to the bone to even consider what that would feel like and what that would be like as a human being. And I know it's not easy, but I encourage you all to take a moment or many moments in your practice and invest yourself in that energy. A lot of us live in the privilege of never having to experience such circumstances. And, while we can never truly understand what that is, to go down the road with that energy, to explore, what you can see and how you can clarify within yourself, and so that whatever needs to be broken down can be broken down, and for you to continue and for us to continue to wake up and to stay clear on this path of action, and so that we can and see the enforcement of change, in positive ways, and so that nobody ever experiences this again in their lives from this point going forward, contributing whatever we possibly can to make sure that that is never a reality for somebody. So, when we talk about today celebrating those folks being set free, you're talking about human beings. A lot of people take freedom for granted. It's again a privilege to be free. I live in a free country. Well, that wasn't always the case, as we know. So freedom in yoga, in Sanskrit, is moksha. Moksha means freedom or liberation, and we create this little bubble of an experience on our yoga mat, like we have these things inside of us that resist us from being free. Well, again, that's a privilege and a luxury to be able to practice in that way. When you don't have a choice, and I'm always talking about this in yoga with you guys, a choiceless existence. We think in our privilege that I have a choice to do this, I have a choice to do that. It's my option, it's in my control. That's not the case. So yoga can really bring us into this perspective through our breath of a choiceless existence, and to really understand in context what some of this stuff means at a much deeper level. So I want to put that out there and share this energy and breathe together with you guys and move together. And if you have any questions, I don't have the answers, but what I can do is continue to practice with you, and then we can have conversations and we can continue and to wake up and to mirror off of each other, and sometimes the contradiction and the things that we need to bounce off of one another is not so comfortable, but that's okay. It's going to move us and continue this movement going forward, and we'll keep translating it, in our case, what we do through the practice of yoga, the best that we possibly can. Leslie, good morning. Yes, I did find the app, Era. One of my friends came to the studio the other day and she showed me how. So I did my first class yesterday with the Apple Watch heartbeat thing. I'll post it. It was pretty cool to see. Thanks, Stephanie. Yael, good morning, good afternoon. Buenos Aires. Oh, love you too, Leslie. Thank you. So yeah, the Apple Watch, and I've had friends that will turn on the workout thing for the yoga, and I was always curious like what it would do when I was practicing. So I'll post that later on on my story from yesterday's class. You'll see the kind of arc of the heartbeat as we were practicing together. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and start lying down on our backs today. Legs long, arms by your sides with your palms facing up. And remember, when you hear something, so it doesn't matter where you are in the conversations and the people that you're having conversations with, because your mind is going to do something based on the information received and the information shared, and the energy received and the energy shared. So I'm a huge proponent of exploring the sense that it does matter, where you are and where you place yourself in your life, and the things that you do and when you do them, and whether it's good or bad, sometimes easy or challenging, that you are meant to be in that place, regardless of those ways that your mind might measure the experience. So for us all here right now, we are supposed to be here. And yet at the same time, we can release the expectation we do not deserve anything in return from this experience, and we just simply exist in it with one another and travel the road, and whatever that may be and interpretate itself as, and throughout our postures and throughout our breath, and of course with our minds and our thoughts and anything that should appear. I encourage you to take a breath with it and allow it to process its way through your practice in this afternoon. Take a few deeper breaths with your lips sealed, so you start to feel what it's like for the air to come in through your nose, out through your nose. I'll remind you all, I'll remind myself as we continue to practice, and that when you fall back into the traps of the choices, and that I encourage you to practice the choiceless existence, and to really ground yourself and with where you are, where what you're feeling, and what your mind is doing, and how your breath is supporting you in the moment. Take your arms over your head, please. Keep your legs where they are, and give yourself a nice big upper body stretch. You can yawn, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, and feel your shoulders, and then bring your tongue back in, knees to your chest, hands onto your shins. And let your tailbone roll off the mat a little bit. And so you're on your low back, and then gently rock side to side. And go ahead and roll onto your right side. Make your way into a child's pose. And take your knees mat width apart. Hi, Julie. Hi, Hazy. And bring your bum back to your heels, arms in front, forehead down onto the ground. And roll your forehead out side to side from one temple to the other. Feel into the neck and the arms and the shoulders. And then bring your forehead back to center. Pause there. Take 3 breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. Firm into your shins. Inhale, rise up, tabletop, all fours. And draw your knees in slightly. And as you reset your hands, press them down into the ground, tuck your toes, and on your exhale, and through the nose, press back into a downward facing dog. And roll the heels down as you lift your tailbone up. And so I can do all of that and then still keep a little bend to the knees. And so if you want to see how the body can take over the breath with resistance, and then just more so mindlessly, go ahead and try to straighten your legs. And that tightness that you may feel in the back of your legs starts to cut off your breath. So the mindful adjustment is a little bend to your knees, heels still rooting down, tailbone lifting up. Now you can maintain the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. Come forward, inhale to a high plank. Bring your big toes together. And feel the strength in your upper back, and then a little dome through the upper back. Slide your upper ribs in. Extend through your heels. Feel your thighs. Set from your plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift your bum. Draw back into a down dog. As the heels go down, the tailbone continues to lift up. Take 3 breaths into your down dog. Again, through your arms into your shoulders. Slide your gaze up to your hands, bend your knees, and with your exhale, take 2 steps to the top of your mat. Big toes together, let your chin fall into your chest. Little bend to the knees, interlace the fingers behind your low back. Keep your thumbs on your low back. Your arms are bent and your elbows turned out wide. And so keep drawing your thumbs into your low back, and now just work to straighten your legs any amount. Pull your belly button in and up. Feel the ground under your feet, little to less grip in your toes. Relax, soften the ankles, bend your knees a little bit, and release the hands back to the ground. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, chest to your knees. Inhale to rise, press your feet down, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. And breathe in, lift halfway, please. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank. So it's not just breathing with the energy you want to breathe with. It's breathing with all the energy, the environment, the past, the future, the moment, all of it, sending it into your breath. Use it to charge your expression. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, press, up dog. And exhale, lift your hips, and notice any vulnerability and sensitivity through your low back. As you wake your legs up, as you open your hips more, then you'll feel more freedom and that sense of ease of the breath traveling through your spine. Little bend to the knees, look forward. Exhale, take 2 big steps to the top. Big toes together, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, arms reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hands, step back, all the energy in your high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, chaturanga. Inhale, press, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Keep your lips sealed, jaw soft. Inhale, exhale through your nose. Big toes together, lift your heels. Bend your knees, exhale, walk or light hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Great discipline. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step back, all the energy in your plank. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bend your arms, elbows in, chaturanga, tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then bend the other knee in your down dog. And so this is pedaling out your dog. On your next breath, big toes together, lift both heels. Bend the knees, exhale, walker light, hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Take it up, inhale, rise. Interlace the fingers, release the index. Humble your chin as you squeeze your hands, draw your wrists back in space. Feel your feet, slide your gaze forward and side bend to the right. Feel your legs strong, so you're just behind your toes on the balls of your feet. If you want a little more definition to your thighs, and then gently lift the toe tips off the mat. Feel the breath in your left side body, right hand drawing your left wrist up and over. Keep the shoulders down, inhale, rise back up. Humble the chin, draw the wrist back. Slide the gaze forward and side bend to the left. Exist in the opportunity, the choiceless space into your mind, and to acknowledge all the energy, all the feelings, all the sensations. It starts right here with your body. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. So a lot of times I'll ask people, what's your favorite yoga pose right now? And what's your least favorite yoga pose right now? And can you breathe equally into both of them? Circle the arms up, palms face. Bend your legs, sit into a chair pose. And feel your feet. Feel the flexion in your ankles. Bring your hands to your heart and twist. Right elbow outside your left thigh. Left hand to your right hand. Look at your fingertips. Palms in prayer. Broad through your back. Keep your hips where they are. Come back square. Reach your arms up. Utkatasana. Spread your fingertips wide. And feel that hook of your tailbone underneath your hips. Bring your hands back to your heart. With breath, twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. Palms in prayer. Broad through the upper back. Gaze to your fingertips. Work your breath. Keep your hips where they are. Back to square. Reach your arms up. Not easy, but you could do it. Take an inhale. Feel your feet. Exhale, stand up, bring your hands to your heart center. Legs straight, inhale, arms up, grab the inside of your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right, draw the wrist over. Inhale, back to center, switch, grab your right wrist. Exhale, side bend to the left, draw it over. Inhale, back to center, palms face. Exhale, dive, lead with your chest, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, treating the low back. Plant the hands, step back, all the energy in high plank. Right now, take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway to flow. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. See, because with choice, the mind loves to make all these excuses. And the mind does exactly what it thinks it's supposed to do. And when you put the breath in front of the mind, it becomes a different layer into experience. And your perception of the world changes. Keep your left foot down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee into your nose. Squeeze. Inhale, right leg back and up. Right knee to your right elbow. Squeeze. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Twist. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot back into a lunge, lower the knee down. Inhale, arms up, top of your right foot on the mat. And draw your hips into the lunge. You can humble your chin. Pull your wrist back. Feel the front of your right thigh. That's it. Lift up through the back of your heart. Now slide your gaze forward and up for 3, 2, and 1. Gaze and hands down. Tuck your back toes. Lift the knee. Step back to a high plank. And together, all the energy. Breathe. Exhale, lower halfway to flow. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, body's opening up, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg lifts up. Exhale, knee to your nose, crunch. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow, squeeze. Inhale, take it back and up. Exhale to your right elbow, twist. Inhale, take it back and up. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, your left foot back. Big step, lower the knee to lunge. Inhale, arms up, untuck your back toes. Lay your hips into the lunge. Humble your chin. Now draw your wrist back in space. Breathe into the front of your left thigh. Spread the fingertips. Feel the upper back. Slide the gaze up for 3, 2, 1. Gaze and hands down. Tuck your back toes. Feel your belly lift the knee. Step back into a plank. Let's take a breath in. No rush. Exhale. Chaturanga flow. Tops of the feet. Use the legs in up dog. Exhale. Lift the hips in down dog. Float the right leg up. Curl the heel into the bum. Look to your thumbs. Now bring your right knee to your nose. Press through your hands. Notice how high the butt is. Press through the hands. Look at the hands. Step your right foot all the way through. Straighten your front leg out. Lift your back heel higher. And then press into your front foot. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forehead towards your right knee. And keep feeling the breath. And so it's breaking down the outer hip and drawing in to awaken from the inner thigh. And hands stay where they are. You're just going to slide your right foot back an inch or two. Okay? And then bring your left foot through. Wrap it around the front of your right ankle. Pinky toes meet. Weight into the heels. Squeeze the inner thighs. And the arms can hang. Tuck the chin. Hands behind your bum. Okay? Remember where you started. Thumbs can stay. With balance and breath, the option is to roll the chest open, shoulder blades to the spine, knuckles to the sky, forehead to your knees. Breathe. Stay with your belly, hands to your bum. Release your grip, hands to the mat. Bring your left foot back inside your right foot. Little bend to your knees. Deeper bend to your knees. Float your arms up and you're in chair pose. Hands to your heart center. Right elbow outside your left thigh. Seated chair twist. And feel the leverage. Strengthen your legs. Keep your twist. Look down. Weight into your left foot. Pop your right heel. Curl it into your bum. Feel your belly, kick your right leg back, tuck your toes, land on the mat. You're in a lunge twist. And re-lengthen your spine with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, rotate, twist a little bit deeper. Beauty. Gaze and hands to the mat. Exhale all the air out of your body. Inhale, step back into a high plank. Set your feet as wide as your mat. And draw your inner thighs up. Pull your ribs in. Come down onto your left forearm. Come down onto your right forearm. Lower your bum so it's in line with your hips and your heels. Feel the balls of your feet. Soften your jaw. And feel the space. Take 5 breaths here. Nice. Inhale, come back up to your left hand, to your right hand. Use your legs, take a breath in. Step your feet together as you exhale, lower chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, press, up dog. Exhale, lift your bum, downward facing dog. Float your left leg up, kick it high. Curl your heel into your bum. Feel your hands, slide your gaze to your thumbs, take an inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose. Notice how high the bum stays. And back heel is lifted, elbows twisting in. Look back to your thumbs and step your left foot all the way through. Straighten your front leg. Hips back, lift your back heel high. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. And now exhale, dive forehead to your knee. And so you can lessen the degree of what your mind thinks is a possibility and then explore energetically the openness that is the awareness of everything, whether your mind likes it or not. That's a benefit into practice. That's a benefit to breath. And it doesn't wait for you to agree or not. Keep your hands where they are. Slide your left foot back an inch or two. Bring your right foot through. Wrap your right ankle around your left ankle. Pinky toes meet. That transitional, keep opening. Heels down. Inner thighs squeeze. Head and arms heavy. You can stay or play with balance. Interlace the fingers on your low back. And start there. Roll your chest open, shoulder blades to your spine. And you can reach your knuckles all the way up towards the ceiling. And even though it's intense, should feel good. Process through the breath. Bring your thumbs down. Hands to the mat. Step your right foot back inside your left foot. Little bend to your knees. Bigger bend to your knees. Sit down, chair pose. Reach your arms up. Yes, ground the feet. Hands to your heart. Twisted chair. Left elbow outside your right thigh. And draw and roll the back of your heart center up. Thumbs to your sternum. Stay with your twist. Take your gaze down. Pop your left heel. Weight in your right foot. Curl the heel into your bum and then extend it back. Tuck the toes into the mat. Lunge, twist. Re-lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, you can rotate a little bit deeper. Beauty. Bring your gaze and hands to the mat. Exhale all the air from your body. Step back into your plank. Separate your feet, mat width apart. Gauge through your breath. Come down onto your right forearm. Come down onto your left forearm. Lower your bum. So notice if the bum is high, bring it down. One line from your heels to your armpits. 5 breath cycles. Stay with it. Come back up to your right hand. Back up to your left palm. Feel your back. Step your feet together. On your exhale, lower. Strong Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Press through the back bend. And exhale, lift your hips. Roll over. Step over your toes. Keep your lips sealed. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. A nice wide back as you're shrinking in the belly. Lift the tailbone up, heels up. Bend your knees. Exhale, walker light hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise, arms up, palms face. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Humble your chin. And ground down into your right heel. Pull your left knee into your chest. Interlace the fingers onto your left shin. Standing wind relieving on the left side, and wrap your elbows around your side bodies. And so you'll feel your biceps turn on. And keep your left hand on your shin. You're going to slide your right hand off. Take your right arm up, reach for the sky. Thumb and index finger connect. Got it? Now keep your right arm where it is. Hover your left knee. Float your left arm up. Thumb and index connect. Wrap your left leg over your right thigh. And then lift your heart as you bend your standing leg. Keep your legs crossed. Now start to hinge as your chest comes forward and down. Reach your arms back by your sides. Pull your heart forward, shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your inner thighs as we inhale, rise. Stand up, arms up, lift your left knee in front. Exhale, step down, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach, feel your feet. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, work it out. Plant step, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through upward facing dog. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your nose. Left foot stays, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow, kick out towards your floor, sideways. Keep both hands down, back heel high, and then pull your heart through once again. Use the ball of your left foot and to draw you through the scissor on your inner thighs. And if it's really tight in your outer hips, lower your chin more. Breathe into it. Left foot stays. Drag your right foot back and then kick it back. Three-legged plank. Look forward. Strong lower back. Curl your right heel into your bum. Inhale, straighten the right leg out. Exhale, curl the heel into the bum. Again, straighten the leg out. Exhale, heel into the bum. Straighten the leg, lift your hips, three-legged dog. Exhale, step right foot in between your hands. Straighten your front leg. Now pivot your back heel down, foot on a 45. Square your hips as you straighten your front leg, one hand on each side of your front foot. Steady your eyes one spot. Keep your back heel heavy. Draw your hips back. Turn your chest towards your right knee and take a dive, forehead towards the knee. And feel the breath. You'll lengthen and feel more space in the body. Lift halfway. Pivot on your back toes. Listen. Lower your left knee down onto the mat. Set your left palm flat. Untuck your back toes. Lean into your left hand. Right arm comes up. And then kick your right leg straight back so you're in half moon on your left knee. And stability in your shoulder. Strengthen your back. And right arm stacks on top of the left. Kick through the heel. And draw through your breath. As we pivot, belly in, gaze, and right hand down. Keep your right leg lifted. Tuck your back toes. Press through your palms. Lift your hips. Three-legged dog pose. Awesome. Step your right foot through. Step your left foot forward. Both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And take a breath. Lift your heart into your thumbs. And weight into your left heel. Draw your right knee up. Interlace the fingers onto the shin. And standing leg. Turn your arms on. Elbows around your sides. You'll feel your chest. And your breath in your chest. Right hand stays on the shin. Left hand slides out. Reach it straight up. Thumb and index connect. Stack the lines. And so knee over ankle, hip over knee, shoulder over hip, and the body is lighter in space. Use your core. Right knee stays. Float your right arm up. Thumb and index connect. Beauty. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Eagle legs. And then bend your standing leg. Lift your heart as you bend your standing leg. As you hinge, arms back by your sides. Focus. Pull your heart through. Attention is on your breath. You can observe these sensations in your body. Still breathe into them. And standing leg. Inhale, rise, arms up, right knee in front. Exhale, right foot down, hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant step, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through your upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Right foot stays. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow, kick out onto your floor. Keep your back heel high. Look down, both hands on the ground. And so we're nurturing in where we hold on into a lot of the boundary and the way in our outer hips and our outer thighs, the control. You can relax in uncertainty, have your breath, and still find the clear action through your mind. And keep your right leg strong. Start to slide your left foot back in. Kick it back straight, three-legged plank, look forward. And curl your heel into your bum. Inhale, kick it straight back. Exhale, curl the heel into the bum. Inhale, kick it straight back. Exhale, heel into the bum. Kick it back, lift your hips, press through your palms, three-legged dog. Nice, step your left foot through. Good, lower your right knee down. And feel your breath, untuck your toes. Okay, and then pick your right knee back up. Let's get that hamstring stretch first. Straighten your front leg. Turn your back heel down, and then lengthen out of your low spine. Use your arms. Turn your chest back to your left knee, and then start to fold forehead toward the shin. And something you can't necessarily teach anybody is how to turn on the breath in the face of intensity, discomfort, emotion, all the things that try to pull us away, and that will actually take you deeper through. And it's an interpretation of them saying you can't put yourself in somebody else's shoes, but energetically, and we can explore the opportunity when things come up and to feel them 100%. On your next breath, now pivot your back heel high, lower your right knee down, and untuck your toes. Right hand sets flat. Start to lean into your right hand. Left arm comes up, left leg kicks back through the heel. And stack the shoulders to the elbows all the way to the wrist. The beauty of the mind in balance, and when it's not in balance, it's there to teach you about balance. And gaze and left hand down slowly. Keep your left leg lifted, tuck your right toes. Breathe through your nose, exhale, lift your hips, three-legged downward facing dog. Step your left foot through. Step your right foot forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sun A, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms up, belly in, little back bend. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Plant step, float back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Don't wait, lift your heels, plant your hands. Bend your knees, exhale, walk or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take it up, inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up, belly in, little back bend. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Feel it, plant step, float back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more, lift the heels, set the hands. Bend the knees, exhale, float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Together we rise. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up, belly in. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant step, float back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips. 5 breaths in your down dog, please. And treat the space as you receive it, and make sure you're not just connecting and attaching something else into that space. Right? Take space and to build understanding. and to break down old habits and patterns of thought. And you look at your thumb, step your right foot through. Walk your hands around to the left, pivot on your right toes so you're facing the side edge of your mat. And adjust your legs, heels wide. Inner thighs draw back, and then use your arms so you're in a flat back. And feel your thighs turned on, draw your belly in. Lengthen out of your hips, lead with your chest, and now start to dive and walk your hands back underneath your feet. And chest in between your knees. And if you're close, hands set up shoulder width, and top of your head down in front. That's a triangle with your hands in your head. Lift your heels, inner thighs rise for tripod headstand. And if you'd rather just stay in your forward fold, and you are welcome to do that as well. And from tripod, slowly start to separate your feet. You keep your toes on point. Inner thighs, outer hips. Okay, you want to avoid crunching into the neck. Weight into the hands as the feet get closer. And then the feet land, crawl the hands forward, and then press the head away from the ground. Adjust your feet back onto the mat. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Pivot your back heel high. Broaden your stance, widen your lunge, lower your left knee to the mat. And take a breath, untuck your back toes. Set your left hand out in front. You've done that. So remember your half moon on your knee. Okay, now we're going to keep the left knee down. Curl the left heel in. Reach the right hand back. Look at it and grab the outside of the foot. And roll the heel out behind the hip. And draw your pelvis into the lunge. The foot is going to drop the right shoulder down. And then you can start to turn your gaze back. Feel the rise of the breath and from your hips to your heart. And kind of follow this lifeline into your body. Lower your gaze and bring your right hand back around. And tuck your back toes. Exhale, lift off your back knee. Feel that. Pivot your back heel down. Ground your front foot and let's rise up to warrior two. And tendencies are that we're hugging the right side edge of your mat. That's fine. And build the edge of your warrior. Feel the feet straighten the front leg. Tailbone down. Inhale, reverse your triangle, reach up and back. Nice. Exhale, bring it back, shoulder stack. Pivot your right toes back in, face sideways. Now we're here. Take your peace fingers as you hinge, lead with your heart, and then reach out, hook your big toes with your peace fingers. And turn your heels out, broaden your back. Holding your toes is fine. If you want to play with the handstand, walk your hands underneath your shoulders. And just practice bringing the weight into the hands, and then practice drawing the heels of your feet up. Turning your elbows in, shoulders wide. Okay, then eventually hands down. And hips up, legs straight. Feet wide, point the toes, outer hips, press through your hands as you lower slow. Inhale, lift halfway, hands out, walk them forward, pivot on your left toe, step back into your plank pose. Take a breath in together, Exhale, lower chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, press up dog. Exhale, good job. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Feel your base. Run that breath up your arms and through your belly, tailbone high. And so it's one place where we're not allowing the mind to define. And the choice, whether it's easy or challenging, and the willingness to breathe through the discomfort is going to create exponential change in through those patterns in ways that we've been manipulated to think and to believe the way the world exists only based on our own singular experience. Step your left foot in between your hands, please. Walk your hands around to the right. Kick your heel out. Wide legs, you're in a forward fold. Hands under your shoulders. Hope you can feel your heartbeat. That's good. You're getting all the physical benefits. Hey, as you're processing the practice in mindfulness and more awareness. Heels out. Lead with your heart and start to walk your hands back in between your feet underneath your body. And so if the hamstrings are tighter, take the feet wider. And then you can stay or you can play with the room. Top of the head down, there is a triangle. Keep the weight in the hands, lift the heels and from the outer hips and draw your legs up and together. Point the toes. Feel the hands so your back is turned on as you spread the legs. Keep the weight in the hands. Keep the weight in the hands. As the toes land, hands forward, and then push the head off the ground. Nice. Walk your hands over to your left foot. And pivot so that your hips are square. Broaden your stance. Right foot out. Lower your right knee to the ground. Set your right hand out in front of your shoulder. Remember like that half moon from your knee, but now curl your right heel in. Look back, reach back for the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Hopefully your hamstring doesn't ball up in a cramp, but if it does, breathe through that sensation. Lunge first. Foot drags the shoulder down, and then the heart is up and the gaze can follow. So it's from our foundation. We see clearly through our eyes. Versus looking through our eyes and trying to find our foundation. And start to bring your gaze back down. Release your foot, both hands to the mat. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Should feel good in the space. Pivot your back heel down flat. Tailbone down, front foot grounds, rise all the way up into your warrior two. And should feel like a different warrior two than maybe you've ever done in your entire practice right now. Remember, it does matter where you are, where you've been, what you're doing, and who you're doing it with. So good. Straighten your front leg. Inhale to reverse your triangle. Left arm up, right hand down. Feel the side body open and then bring your arms back, shoulders stacked. Pivot your left toes in. Keep your arms wide. You roll your heart through, peace fingers with your hands, and then lead with your heart. As you hinge, peace fingers to your big toes, hook a hold. Right, now you don't have to go all the way. You can play with the setup. If you want the hands under the shoulders, straighten the arms. Get used to that feeling of rolling the shoulders out, and then just play with lifting the heels. Notice what that does to the shoulders. And then practice. All the energy. Through your breath, in the moment, all the energy. Hands under your shoulders, inhale. Exhale, hands to your left foot. Pivot square, step back into your high plank. Set your plank with me, breathe in. Exhale, lower chaturanga, stay strong. Inhale, tops of the feet, flow, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips and bring it back into your downward facing dog. And breathe in through your nose and breathe out of your mouth, little sigh. Left foot stays, float your right leg up. Right knee outside your right wrist. Let's come into pigeon pose. Single pigeon, slide your left knee back. As your left knee slides back, roll your heart up. And you can stay here, arms straight. If you want a little more, keep your hips heavy. That's key. Don't let your hips roll forward and come down onto your forearms, possibly all the way down onto your chest, and let your forehead rest. And remember, the foundation through the energy of the body and to receive the clarity in your mind is different than operating and from your mind and try to figure out your foundation. It's just like how people breathe, typically opposite. It just means most people, when you inhale, your belly's coming in, and when you exhale, your belly's going out. What's actually happening is breathing in, your belly's going out, and breathing out, your belly's going in. It's a very simple way to experience a lot more awareness into yourself. To realize the breath in that way, and then same way with connecting energy through your foundation up through your body into your mind versus your mind trying to figure out the foundation in translation under your feet. From your single pigeon, take 3 more breaths. Stay patient through the exhale. As you start to bring your head back up, walk your hands in. Rock off to your right hip. Swing your left leg around in front. Set up for a seated twist, so your right leg is bent. Bring your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. If that's too much and your hips won't settle, then kick your right leg straight, and that should help you square your bum into the ground. Left hand behind, inhale, right arm to the sky. You've done that earlier. Stay for a breath. And then exhale, right elbow outside your left thigh, and you may find yourself upright through your spine. And on your exhale, rotate a little bit deeper. Bring it out. With your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right hand behind. Lean back into your hands, uncross your legs, and put them out straight in front of you. And feel your legs straight. Walk your hands in just a little bit wider than your hips. And then as the heels go flat, lift your heart up. Squeeze the legs, press the heels down, point the toes, and then start to draw your pelvis up. So you're inverting your plank pose. Take your gaze up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your bum down, gaze forward. Cross your legs, roll over your shin, hand, step back into a downward facing dog. And breathe in through your nose. Breathe out of your mouth. Right foot stays, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee outside your left wrist, come into single pigeon. Stay up on the hands, slide your right knee back. Honor the breath. Flow through change. You can start to believe in that you can practice in with all energy, and this will change the interpretation of your mind and your patterns and those things in that you are taught to believe, and to find your own way, to find the spacious expansion that is required and for all beings to experience peace. We can't get there without you breaking it down inside of yourself first. And you're welcome to stay on your hands. Come down onto your forearms. From your forearms or all the way down onto your forehead. Please take 3 more breaths on this side of pigeon. Next breath, come back up to your hands and rock to your left thigh. Swing your right leg around in front of you. Keep your left leg bent. Step your right foot to the outside of your left thigh as flat as you can get it. So your seat is down, right hand behind, reach your left arm straight up. You did it earlier when you were standing. Feel that space in your hips, and on your exhale breath, twist left elbow outside your right thigh. And feel the length in your spine. It sets you up for a calm mind, and then rotate through your rib cage. And ring it out, right shoulder down, and then your gaze can come back. With your next inhale, slowly come back to center. Take your left hand behind, lean back, uncross your legs. Put them both out in front of you, and this time reach under the fleshy part of your bum. And you draw that out, and so that you can feel your sits bones pressing into the mat. Flex your ankles, reach both arms up. Humble your chin, pull your wrist back in space. Take your peace fingers as you bring your chest forward, hook your big toes. Keep your chest up. Best you can, take the curve out of your spine and draw your heart up, shoulders down. Slide your ears back once your shoulders are down. Hold on to your big toes, take an inhale. Kick through your heels, feel your thighs. Exhale, elbows wide, chest and forehead to your knees. 3 deep breaths here. Active forward fold. With your inhale, lift your chest, turn your elbows in. Keep your belly. Inhale, bring your hands beside your waist. And slide your heels in, cross your legs, and come into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. You can face the top of your mat. I'm simply turning so that I can face you. If you need anything underneath your bum, and for more comfort and more space, see, because remember, the mind can be the limitation into expanding the awareness because of the resistance. So if you make that adjustment and elevate your hips, there's less resistance in your body, and then your mind has a different interpretation. Right? Now you can extrapolate on all of this, right, through your being and through your body and through your thoughts and your experiences. And that's what it takes, the accountability and the responsibility in every single human being. Let's take one more breath together as you get situated in your seat, hands on your knees, shoulders down, away from your ears. And this time when you exhale, release the breath. Head remains above your heart, and I invite you to close your eyes down. From the ground, feel the energy through your body and your spine and all the way up into your mind. Really take a moment and to sit and to observe your heart and the release of your attachments, the release of your beliefs. And see deeper into the expansion of humanity, concepts of oneness, one love. These are just words until you put them into the practice and through you as a human being. Let this practice and this moment be a reminder. In part, holidays are reminders, and so that we don't forget, and so that we continue and to explore our purpose and our passion, in this case, and to develop and to institute the changes that are going to happen. And so as you continue to share your breaths on your mat with yourself, with each other, I hope that these mindfulness bells continue to ring in your ears. The awakening continues and to create a spark at which we can ignite and continue in the flame and to move together, to breathe together, and to make this world a better place together. It takes every single one of us. Bring your hands to your heart, please. Bow your chin into your chest. Take a moment to seal your practice and then to expand your practice to all living beings. And while we drew this part of our practice into a seated meditation, you are welcome to lie down for a few minutes. I want to thank you all so much for sharing this practice today. Feel free to share it with others. It's here on the YouTube. You can just send them the link, have a practice, do some yoga, and enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at noon Pacific time. Namaste.